Hello, my name is Judas Recendez. I was in the Army for about 5 years, considering active and rehabilitation. After my injury, I took about a year off after medical retirement from the Army. And at that time, it just took me a while to kind of find a new purpose. So I decided education is going to be the best way to do that. So I signed up at a community college in Fresno. I wasn't declared, and from then I was just taking multiple classes, and the interest I found was actually in ceramics, where I ended up doing a lot more work, spending a lot more time, and getting to know the professor a lot more too. And at that point, he was really pushing me to go into more fine art. I came back to the DC area to learn how to run. My wife and I decided to stay in the area, and I applied to actually one college for an undergrad degree in fine art. Art helped me transition, coming from more of a military background, and really to think somewhat on your feet, ironically, but the ability to adapt. And that's where the key really came from, the military. And yes, the situation that I'm in, it's part of me, it's not who I am. So, and I still have a job to do, and I hope to do it. So the basic functionality of a tea bowl is to actually hold a liquid. With this, I was making these tea bowls, and then I was starting to distort the outside and actually scarring it, but yet the functionality still remains the same. And this is when I was defining who I am and my purpose, navigating that exploration through an object, and then self-reflecting through that. It's a high fire, multi-glaze ceramic piece with a slip, and I would just jab it, and then I would scar it or score it with a clay tool. And so if you're ever to put any hot liquid into it, it's thrown really thin. So if you're to touch just the part of the clay, it actually kind of burns your fingers. But if you're touching the slip, which I was considering as scar tissue, and how scar tissue acts on the body, you really don't feel anything. That's where you can actually hold the piece. I find for veterans that have found themselves injured due to the war or any type of conflict, the best thing is mental health. If you're struggling in that, and if you know somebody, just ask them, because they will definitely open up. But I find that to be a resource that the veterans should really use. Once they get past and understand that their injury is not going to define who they are, it's going to be hard days. It's not going to all be rainbows and sunshine. There's going to be some clouds. It's like a long ruck march. That there is an end to that. That's my advice, is just push forward. And it's only temporary. How I found Sentinels of Freedom is actually through the internet, web-based, and searching funding for graduate school. Positive reviews, so I filled out an application, and I just found out pretty much that I was accepted. And the goals that the Sentinels of Freedom can help me achieve is, I am the first in my family to actually complete my bachelor's degree. I'm the first to work on my master's and complete it hopefully soon. And also the art, but the main thing is help inspire other people. And I find making these connections really will help facilitate that. And my situation is different, but the key is really not to give up and just keep going, because we all got something to do, so we better get to it.